during this podcast title should be glorified rats.
No, maybe.
Do like a clickbaity title. You got like Bauer desecrates grave? Question mark. 9 different emojis, 46 different hashtags that have nothing to do with the situation. Like you have fucking video game playthroughs of the Me Too movement.
So hey guys, episode 2. Didn't think we'd make it this far.
Episode 2, we fuck up the recording. Sorry.
Yeah, I just fucked up the last 20 minutes of recording.
Yeah, you wanna
shit.
know who we have here?
You
We have
missed.
Tristan.
Yeah, you missed.
Sorry, sorry, the intro fucked up.
Yeah,
No, I'm making the same joke. This Eden 2. Eden's gone from the podcast. He's
He's
gone.
dead,
This is
and we
Eden 2.
replaced him.
Yeah.
You missed
dead.
Tristan
What the
getting
fuck is
kidnapped, and I don't feel like having him retell it because it's not going to be our genuine reactions.
You'll never know. 1 million subscriber special, then you'll know.
Yeah, 1 million subscribers special.
All you need to
no.
know is that he didn't survive the interaction.
Yeah, no.
I didn't died. I've been telling stories for 30 minutes. None of them have been recorded.
Nothing matters.
Here's a quick summary with some of the funny details of the kidnapping story, right? So, long story short for the beginning part, a lot of shit with CFS, ended up getting no contact order between my mom. I could only see her through scheduled visits with another adult in the room, i.e. Like my dad or my grandma, like another family member. And they had to be above 18 too, so it like couldn't be my brother or anything. So we ended up going to the shitty fucking horse show, Cavalia. I hate that thing. With my grandma, and afterwards we spent the night at my mom's house. I slept on the couch, my grandma in, I think, my bed, my mom obviously in her bed. And my grandma had a car, my mom did not, whatever. And I get woken up at 6 a.m. the next day by my mom, and I'm like, hi. She's like, hi, do you wanna leave? And I was just like, yeah, I wanna leave. So my mom went upstairs, stole my grandma's keys to her car. And we ended up just kind of like packing up some shit and leaving. We had 2 cats at the time, but we didn't have a cat kennel. So they were both just loose in the back seat, just absolutely going ape shit. And we ended up going 2 hours out of the city to this place 2 hours out of the city. I almost said the name again. And it was like this shitty fucking motel, like absolutely terrible. Flies all over the place. Fucking everybody there was just like epitome of like a back lane person, if you know what I mean. That's the best way I can describe.
Basically, if you saw me walking down a back alley.
And we just like ended up sleeping there. And when we woke up the next day, my mom was in the washroom washing her face or something, and I hear a knock at the door. And actually, before I say this part, here's a funny detail I forgot to mention. But when I woke up, I was playing music on the TV on like one of those like stupid fucking channels that play the music video and everything. And it was like "Sorry" by Justin Bieber or something, and it woke my mom from her dream to just say, "Turn this shit off." And yeah, then we're up. I hear a knock at the door. My mom's in the washroom. I go and open it, and it's just 2 police officers, and they're just like, "Hello." I'm like, "Hi." And then they walk in, they push me out of the way, go to the washroom, cuff my mom, and then get my cats in the car, get me in the car. Now, there's 2 police officers and in the back seat are me, my mom in handcuffs, and 2 cats trying to crawl to the front seat for absolutely no reason.
So one
And
thing
my
I never
mom-
asked last time around. One thing I never asked is how did they find you?
I have no idea.
Really? You don't know?
I don't know. I don't have a clue.
You need to get that information at some point.
I ended up asking, like, my dad at one point. I was like, "How did they end up finding me?" He was like, "They're cops." I was like,
Oh, that's not a good explanation. That is not a good explanation.
but you gotta keep in mind, at the time I was in middle school, so I was just kind of like, "Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense."
They are police. We should always trust police.
If I were to guess, it'd be something stupid like, actually, this is a detail I forgot to add. for obviously they could track license plates and shit like that.
Yeah.
So we turned numbers on the license plate into other numbers with like a Sharpie. So like
Oh, did you?
A zero?
That's crazy.
a zero, like, or no, what's a good number that can be turned to another one? Let's say like, we'll say a 1. We turned like a 1 into a 0 by like drawing on the rest of the license plate.
Oh yeah.
Or like we turned like 6s into 8s and like stuff like that. And yeah, we were like, oh man, we're golden. But honestly, they probably followed the license plates, if I were to guess. Somebody probably reported suspicious activity of a license plate with Sharpie on it.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'd love to imagine it was just some fucking dumbass cop driving by.
I'd love to
And he just
imagine.
noticed, he's like, is that Sharpie?
I'd love to imagine that like your mom was like, Tristan, honey, can you please like fake the numbers on the license plate? And it's just like scribbles. Doesn't even look like fully finished.
Like a fucking like smiley face and the sun in the corner.
Yeah.
He just creates like fucking moon runes.
I got sidetracked and just like doodling on this fucking license plate. But yeah, so we're on the way back. We get to the police station. My phone in jail for a couple days, and I'm waiting in this like containment room. It looks like a rubber room for my dad and stepmom to arrive to pick me up. They end up getting there to pick me up. I'm getting in the car. Everything is dead silent, and I'm like, this is awkward. So I just go, so how was your guys' weekend? And they just look at each other and start like cry laughing, like the worried laugh, but like that was funny kind of thing.
Yeah.
We go back to the house. The entire family's there. They're all waiting for me and shit. My brother hugged me and everything, which was like very odd for him. And I was like, damn, people were actually worried. This is weird. I wanted to go. And
I should do this more often.
Yeah, I should do this more often. And then I remember they said, yeah, your grandma was here, but she had to leave. I was like, okay. And they ended up showing me the news article a couple days later of what happened because it was recorded. And while watching it, I realized that they had no photos of me to put on the news. So the news cameraman had to take a photo of one of the framed pictures in the house of one of my school pictures. So that was funny. And this was recently, but my aunt passed away, and we were looking for some pictures of her, and we ended up finding a bunch of photo albums of drawers. So me and my sister were just looking through everything, and we ended up finding one of those school envelopes with class pictures in it. And we opened it up to find 50 at least pictures of just the same photo of me that was on the news. All different colors and shit, black and white, fucking yellow and red, the classic blue background, and it's just all the same picture. Yeah, well, tinted. I mean, not those colors. Yeah. So we were just looking. It's they ordered a fucking family package and then kept all of them.
Man.
Thought they'd have to hang posters and shit.
I think it'd be really funny if you took them all and hung them up around your house.
Just everywhere.
Even all 50 of them.
There's at least 50 of just the wallet ones.
That's what I mean. They make a good wallpaper.
I could literally wallpaper one wall in my bedroom with just wallet pictures of me.
And that's the ideal scenario.
So that's.
I remember seeing your bedroom for the first time. It was 10 times smaller than I thought it would be.
It was all pictures of you.
No,
yeah, it's all.
Chase, his bedroom alone is the size of my bed.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That sucks.
It does suck. There's my bed, a desk at the end of my bed, my dresser.
That's a fucking desk?
At the end of my bed?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's one of those shitty Walmart computer desks.
Okay. That's more like an end table. Fuck.
Got my desk from Walmart.
I know.
We know.
That's from Walmart. My bed's a hand-me-down, and my dresser is from my old apartment with my mom. None of my furniture is new. We got all that shit in there. I don't think it's coming out. I literally don't think there's a way to get any of that out of that room.
It's just in there forever.
It's stuck in there.
In there
Man.
I have to take down a wall to get it out. The mini fridge is down here, and it's stocked full of beer. So every now and then a parent comes downstairs, grabs a handful, and goes back up. Dad didn't even grab beer when he got here. He literally came down here, ran to the washroom and pissed, and then walked to the fridge, and then walked up empty-handed.
Your parents are like crazy partiers. Your whole family is actually.
Called alcoholism.
Yeah.
Called having a good fucking time, okay?
Yeah, Chase would fit right in with your family.
I would, but only like once every month. that's not every day for me.
Day and work the next day. I'll wake up at 6 in the morning, go to work, and he's upstairs up playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, I'm up there. I'm just taking shit from your fridge.
I literally I woke up to go to work one day, and it was like, so my work schedule is Monday to Thursday, 10-hour days, and occasionally I can work overtime Fridays. So I wake up on Friday to go work overtime, and my dad's up and he's playing Call of Duty. And he's like, "What the fuck are you doing up?" I'm like, "I'm going to work. What the hell are you doing up?" He's like, "Oh."
What I used to do was, back when I was in high school, is I used to play games with Eden and Bauer. Normally it'd be like Diablo 3 till like 3 a.m. And then like we'd get off, but like normally me and Eden would stay in a call for a bit longer, just talk. And like, Chase, remember my basement before we got renovated? How behind my desk there was like that like shitty just armchair there.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. I used to take the cushion off of it, put it on the ground, and then I'd lie down with my head on it, resting it as a pillow, and I'd put a blanket over me. And normally, it'd be like every 5 minutes, I'd start like snoring, and Eden would just like scream at me through the mic to wake me up. And I'd be like, "Oh, my bad, G." Or I'd be like, "No, I wasn't asleep yet."
I was still up, man. I was still good to go. I'm still good to go. I swear.
And normally it'd normally just end with like me falling asleep on call, and Eden would hang up, and my dad would like see me lying there in the morning.
Yeah, I think I remember those days. Actually.
There was one time
I was on
too.
call for some of those.
There was one time too. I fell asleep there, and I woke up at like 8 a.m. and I heard my mom walking around upstairs, because normally it'd be like I'd wake up at like 4 or 5 normally, after like Eden had already ended a call, and like just walk to my room. There was one day I slept there till like 8 a.m. and I woke up and I heard my mom walking around upstairs, and I was like, "Oh shit, she's gonna like beat me if she sees me lying on the floor here." So like I put it all back. I ran to my room. I think I fell asleep again. I don't know.
This is a little off topic, but I remember in elementary school where I had to wake up at like I think it was 6 o'clock because school started at like 7.
Mm-hmm.
And I just fucking didn't sleep.
Elementary school started at 9.
Oh fuck! Sorry.
Anyways, sorry.
Well,
go ahead.
Anyway, my dad is a notorious night owl.
Yeah, we know. Spotlight.
And he likes to mess with the ladies a little bit.
Yeah, Spotlight. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Don't bring up the Spotlight. We don't need the Spotlight.
I don't know. Maybe Tristan needs an explanation of what the Spotlight is.
I'll bring it up in a second.
Okay.
So, my dad often likes playing lewd games while we sleep.
I didn't know that actually.
I didn't know that part.
I'll send you his favorite game.
I'll send you a link.
I'll send you his favorite game to play in the Discord chat.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, he streams too.
Yeah, he streamed back in like 2008.
He streams on Pornhub Live.
Yeah, he streams on Pornhub.
All right, let me fucking.
Oh, bro's actually pausing his story to look for a link.
This is crazy, bro. I did not know this about your dad. I didn't need to know this about your dad.
He's just opening up like 30 different like porn videos until he finds the ad that says "click here."
Fuck.
Explicit
I
content.
can't
What
send
do
it,
you
boys.
think?
We're done here. We gotta end it. I can't send the images.
Okay, then don't. Just tell the story.
Okay. Anyway, well, every time we see him downstairs, we had this giant, big green inflatable couch, and he was just passed out on it.
Okay.
And I won't tell you how clothed he was. He was not clothed that much.
Okay. Okay.
You gotta explain the spotlight now.
I don't want to explain the spotlight.
They
Do it.
What if he hears this? He'd kick my ass.
I literally just explained my kidnapping while my parents were there.
Surprisingly, this is probably much worse.
No! How's this worse than a kidnapping?
My dad has a very, very, very bright spotlight.
He has a porn light.
Pretty much.
Yo!
There you go.
What?
Anyway, yeah, my dad had a
Michelle.
porn light, and he did it. Well, I don't know what the fuck he does in there, but I'm pretty sure you can, Anyway,
Like, I'm so confused. Though.
you
like,
can see that shit from a mile away. It is such a powerful light for such a little room.
well,
I have no idea why he has that light. I questioned him about it. He's just like, it's perfect lighting. I was like, for what? My iPad's frozen. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Bro recording on his iPad.
It's an iPad from the school. He stole it from his middle school.
Yeah, you stole it from middle school. You're still using an iPad mini.
I shit you not, it's an iPad mini, but it's like more advanced. It has an Apple Pencil.
So you're saying it's a newer generation of iPad mini. Just say it's a newer gen iPad mini.
I'm not paying for an iPad Pro XL and selling my left testicle. Fuck off.
Oh, this is actually a funny story. Okay, so I went to his
party.
like last weekend. So yeah, I went to his
Party.
and
Parties
have like the prizes you can win.
yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm gonna put some tickets in for some of these prizes, and I put in a couple prizes or a couple tickets into some lower prizes. Like I think like lower prizes included shit like a Coca-Cola cooler, Amazon gift cards, glasses, like a golfing like set, shit like that. And the bigger prizes included shit like a flat screen TV, iPad, all this crap, right? There was I think it was a large prize, which means that it was like over $1,000, and it was called like Asian Nation, and it was just a bunch of like dildos and vibrators.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so there was like some pretty funny, funky prizes there, and I put some lower tickets into shit like a jewelry set. There's like earrings, watches, bracelets, all this shit in there. I was gonna win it, and then I was gonna give some to my girlfriend, some to me. And then there was like the larger prizes, which I've already named some of. And I put almost all of my tickets into this TV and iPad, and I put like all of my low tickets into this jewelry set, and like one ticket into like this Coca-Cola cooler Amazon gift card thing. I think I put one into like this like mini fridge or something. I don't remember. And it comes time for the prizes to be drawn, and they call up one of my numbers. And I'm like, oh shit! I go up there. I'm like, what did I win? They're like, you won the Coca-Cola cooler, $100 Amazon gift card. I'm like, awesome! Now I have a Coca-Cola cooler in my room. Take it up space. Don't know what to do with it. It's just sitting there. So yeah, I guess got a $100 Amazon gift card. Hasn't been used yet. Still sitting in my room. Whatever. And I go sit back down. Everyone with everyone at my table, I think we won probably about half the prizes. My sister won one, my girlfriend won one, my stepmom won one, my grandma won like a Texas Mickey of vodka. So like a lot of
a Texas Mickey.
A Texas Mickey. My stepmom won like this golfing set, and it's like men's golf shirts, men's baseball hats, like all this shit.
Oh, what have I done?
And she was like, awesome, I can't use these, and just gave them to my dad. My sister won an adulting package. It's full of cutting boards and Tupperware and shit for people who just bought a house. perfect for my brother, but not given to my brother. She won it. There's like a bag of chips in there. She's like, I wanted these chips. That's why I put my money.
Just all of here for.
The large prizes start getting drawn. I don't think anyone at my table won any of the large prizes except for me. They call my name up, and I'm walking up. People are booing me at this point. They're like, "You already won!" Like, what the hell? They're like screaming rigged and shit. Like they actually just were not happy.
Yeah.
And I go up there. I'm like, "All right, cool. What did I win?" They're like, "You just won an iPad Pro." I'm like, "Are you?
Are
what?
you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah, so now I already had an iPad at this time. Like, I have 2 iPads now. One of them, like my old iPad, the screen is shattered on it, and I don't know if it was from Jackson or Jordan, but one of them broke it. And I won that iPad at the social. Fuck. And then my aunt was like, "Oh, you iPad?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, that." Your cousin was really hoping she'd win that. I'm like, that's crazy.
That's
like,
crazy. Cool story, bro.
I'm like, that's crazy. So do I.
Oh my god.
I just walked away with the iPad.
This is actually a pretty good segue to talk about Chase. Your mom has extremely crazy luck with lotteries at parties.
Well, it's just like the blind auction or whatever. It's kind of not like you call it a lottery, but yeah.
No, I know. Your mom and Eden's
crazy.
mom. It's both insane. Or not Eden's mom,
It's
Eden's
just not
dad.
okay. Actually, to add, again, she won like a 50-50 pretty recently.
Oh my god.
Like,
It's like
not
literally
even okay.
every time she goes, she wins
It
something.
really is. It doesn't even matter. Like, it does not matter where we are, because, like, I can't say, like, the town name, but we went to, like, this rural town in between here and the other city.
I know exactly what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so we went, like, maybe, like, to the town that's, like 40 minutes out of the city. And anyways, so we were there to do, like, get, like, some government thing done. I can't say exactly what it is, because, again, kind of places us. But, anyways, so there's, like, this poker rally, and they're doing a 50-50 or whatever. Basically, a poker rally is where, like, you kind of go all around to different locations and draw a card from a deck, and it's fucking and I hate it. I hate it so much because like it's a 52 chance every single time because they don't take out the card that you previously pulled, and then mad and then pissed. But anyways, so you kind of go around to all these places, pretty irrelevant to the 50-50. But yeah, she just won the 50-50, and she keeps doing it no matter where she goes. And in the past, like literally 2 of our flat screen TVs, she has won. And it just doesn't matter. 2 of the flat screen TVs that we have at home, she's won. She's won so many 50-50s. She's run so many of those dumbass radio contests where they're just like, call in, and if you're the 7th caller, we'll give you something. She's won so many of those. I'll use an acronym for it, but you guys know that one radio station where like the thing is you call in and let's just bleep this part because it's hard to say without just actually saying the name. Like
Radio show. No, I don't know it.
No, you don't know that? Does anybody know?
Motherfucker.
I've heard of it.
Tristan, do you know?
I don't.
Okay, so anyway, we're just gonna have to bleep the name of
You
this
guys are
radio station.
uncultured. Fuck.
No, not at all.
Why?
It makes sense. It's a radio thing, so it's understandable. But anyway, so
God damn it.
is essentially like a thing where you call in, and you keep saying whether or not you want to keep going, but there'll be like the sound, and then it'll say like a cash amount, or like it'll say like a prize or whatever, and you have to decide if you want to keep going and try to get more. But like if you get a bit too greedy, eventually it'll like bust and you don't get anything. She's gone and like won on that like 5 times.
Like the top prize on it, you mean?
Not the top prize, but just in
okay.
general. Just in general, she's been chosen for it 5 times. And it's just absurd how much shit she wins, and like adding to like the whole thing about, and again, just
Party.
anyways, anyways,
Losing is
I am losing my mind. I'm mad because she has so much luck and it's not okay. It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even, and it extends to like whenever we play games together too, whether it be like a card game or whatever. It just extends infinitely. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like the most absurd thing she's won was the giant like sex kit, where it's, it's just a bunch of dildos and like cock rings and everything. It was just everything that like if you wanted to try it, you could. It's in the kit. It's just all there.
Ask anyone who knows me. I have the best luck you will ever see in any human being, but I have.
Yeah, but it never
I mean, after-
actually benefits you.
But I have literally never won a silent auction.
That's what I mean. Like it doesn't. Your luck does not benefit you in any kind of meaningful way.
No, I would
Well,
I would
that's
say
annoying.
I'd say that's wrong. I swear I should have died like 5 times now.
That's fair. That's fair to be honest. That's a good point. But no, like in terms of like finances and like economic wise, your luck has done nothing for you. But like in terms of everything else, whether it be rolling a fucking dice, it helps you. It helps you for no reason.
I have a story that you could tell about your luck and not dying.
Do I want to tell that? I can tell that.
I think it'd be funny.
So me, Tristan, and our friend Jazz, we're going on a cruise one night. And Chase, do you know the song Lean With Me by Juice WRLD?
I've heard of it, but I've never actually listened to it.
Guys, we were listening to a leaked cover that the Kid Leroy did of it. And it was so bad. It's actually such a terrible cover. And we were listening to it. And then afterwards, I played Fwa Fwa Time like 10 times in a row as I was making a queue. Because we wanted to do a lap of the perimeter. And we listened to that 10 times in a row. And then we're on the perimeter. This is like mid-January one year, I think. And the song Down Under starts playing. I'm vibing, I'm bopping. And I look down the perimeter and I just go, "Is that fucking snow?" And I try to slow down, and then my vehicle hits the snow. We fly over the middle of the highway to the other side and land in the ditch.
You never told me about this.
I have never told you about this. I haven't told Eden about it either.
Died, like,
What the
Holy
we
fuck?
could have
shit.
died separate times during that one like 5-second event.
Yeah. Could have died like
You
6
never
different
said
ways.
anything about that.
Yeah. And yeah, people who ask if after you crash, if music keeps playing, yeah, it does.
It does.
We're in absolute disbelief, just absolute like flabbergasted at what just happened, and sitting there and like in the back of just, "You come from the land down under."
And then the next day, I swear, I went out with Tristan again, driving, and he was like, "So, how'd you sleep last night?" Because, like, me and Jazz were talking, and we had, like, nightmares of, like, dying in car crashes. And I was like, honestly, I think that was one of the best nights of sleep I've ever had.
That was the best night of my life.
That was a very good night. I slept like a
I really did. I slept so well.
Must have been nice.
I haven't woken up from many cold sweats. There's been a couple, but...
Oh, actually, here's a funny topic. Have you guys ever had sleep paralysis?
Funny part.
Yeah, I used to
Yes.
have
Oh
dreams
my God,
of
dude.
I'd just be
Holy
hanging out in
shit.
my basement, and then fucking the Wicked Witch of the West would show up out of nowhere. This was a recurring dream. It would happen once a year, and the Wicked Witch of the West would show up out of nowhere, and I'd be like, "No, stop!" And she'd just like walk closer to me, and that's it. And then I'd wake up in a cold sweat. I was like 6, so I probably pissed my pants too each time. I swear, I had the
Anyways.
dream from like 4 to like 9.
What makes you bring up sleep paralysis?
Just a funny topic. Some people have a lot of stories. I personally don't have anything insane. I've had it, and it was literally just like I woke up in my bed, middle of the night, and like I didn't see anything or anything like that. I literally just, in my mind, was like, something's wrong. And then tried to call my mom, but all that came out was like, like just absolutely like nothing came out.
Yeah,
And I ended up like waking up just like actually it was that it's like literally like nothing that happened. It was a very uneventful day.
yeah,
Nice.
that was pretty well just like how my sleep paralysis like experiences have been. I'll just kind of wake up and not be able to talk or like say anything, but like I'd be fully conscious, like not white, like no eyes not open. I'd still be like having my eyes closed and just kind of laying there, but it really would just be a thing where you just cannot move. And
Yeah.
like no matter what you do, and you have to force yourself and try so hard, and even then it takes like a few minutes maybe, and it's just the worst feeling because you're just like, what the
Yeah.
fuck do you? Like, I imagine it's literally what purgatory is. Like that's pretty well.
Yeah, everybody says that you see shit, and I can confirm. Yeah, you can. I woke up at maybe around 12:30, could not move, couldn't talk, and my door opened, and my RGB lights started flickering, and in comes fucking Deep Ron. I swear to God to you.
Who's Deep
If you
Ron?
don't know, if you don't know who Deep Ron is, he's the little person in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, uh, with Johnny Depp. Look up Deep Ron, and tell me that's not fucking scary. Coming
Are you
to
talking about him in costume or him not in costume?
just Deep Ron? It's just him. He freaks the absolute fuck out of me. He's a fucking Oompa Loompa.
I never, like, besides the Wicked Witch of the West stories, I never had, like, full-on sleep paralysis, but I grew up with a lot of night terrors. So, like, it always start with, like, I'm pretty sure, like, the windows and the curtains would turn to, like, eyes, and, like, my stuffed animals would, like, I swore, like, each of them were, like, staring at me and stuff. And I just, like, randomly start screaming through the night because of that.
You still randomly start screaming.
Not through the night, though. just on,
Exactly. That's
just
what I
on,
mean.
like, Discord call.
Just on occasion.
I had a nightmare that I was living with Jerry Trainer.
Okay. All right.
Is that the whole story?
Got it.
Yeah.
That's it. You heard it here.
I was living with Jerry Trainer.
Heard it here
Heard it
first,
here
folks.
first.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking beat you to it. I heard you say something about a dream, Tristan, until Bauer so rudely cut you off.
Sorry.
It was nothing special. I literally said I had a dream that I opened a KFC once. And KFC. I don't even like. At the time, I didn't even like KFC. It was literally just I opened a KFC. It was a grand opening. I cut the red ribbon and everything, and it was literally just like 10 people there.
Yeah, actually, I think I had the dream that got that KFC closed.
You were the part 2.
Who the fuck likes KFC?
One of my coworkers loves KFC, and I hate him for it.
Oh, fuck.
Poor people. I mean, their fries are pretty good. Chicken's just awful.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Bauer's an opinionated man.
He is. He really is.
I don't like
Damn.
I just got worried that if I said that, y'all would like absolutely flame me for it. So I was just like, at the time, I didn't like KFC.
I don't like KFC. I'm more of a Popeyes guy.
I love Popeyes.
That's also pretty bad.
Dog. Tristan, what's your like top 3 anime?
Uh-oh. Okay.
You have to answer. it.
I know. I'm just trying to think because there's different reasons I like different animes.
Mm.
Just like
No matter what you say, it's all gonna be wrong anyways.
Yeah, there's no right answer, but still. So, one of my favorites for just overall plot is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I love that anime.
That's a pretty good one, yeah.
Yeah. One of my favorites for animation style is Demon Slayer. I love the
Well,
animation
yeah.
of Demon Slayer. This one, this is gonna be an unpopular opinion, but like part of me loves the show, part of me hates it. But My Hero Academia, I love the plot development of that show, and the story's cool, but the fucking fan base, oh my god! I hate saying I like the anime, but it's genuinely a pretty good anime.
Yeah.
Another one I like for story is Attack on Titan. That one's pretty good. I like Attack on Titan.
Basic.
This one, I know I'm gonna get flamed for, but I don't care. I gotta say it. My first anime was Sword Art on, so it will always have like a place. I do like that anime. Again, the fan base is bad, but like, I don't care. Assassination Classroom, that one's just up there for overall everything except for animation. Animation on that one's like not the best, but I don't care.
That's fair. Yeah.
I've never watched
Overall.
Ass Class.
I love Ass Class.
I think I took a course like that in school once.
Assassination?
No, Ass Class.
Ass class. No, just ass class.
Just Ass Class.
Ah, I see. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I can't say a top 3, but those are like my tops for different reasons for sure.
Yeah, okay.
I could add another one in there. The Disastrous Life of Psyche K is really good for just rewatch value.
No clue what that is. I've never heard of that.
It's like, you know, like One Punch Man is like a play on like the shitty superhero animes where it's like, oh, I'm born with such immense magical power.
Yeah,
It's like, yeah, Psyche K is like a mix of like the born with immense magical power, but it also just shits on those high school animes and just overall like super just funny. I love watching that show. Yeah.
Is it like an actual parody show, or is it?
No, it's like its own anime.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
It's on Netflix. I don't know if it's anywhere else. Yeah. What about you guys? What are your guys'?
I believe my top 3 is FMA Brotherhood, and then K-On, and then Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, I forgot about Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter is such a good one.
Mine are ones probably never heard of.
Try us.
Ghost Hunt. It's an anime about, well, they poke fun at ghost hunters, but they like somewhat take it seriously. But it's lighthearted fun. Psychopaths, obviously, I'm pretty sure you heard of that one.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
I said
Yeah,
uh-huh.
Well, you didn't come through on the mic, to be fair.
Fuck. All right, hold on. I got.
No, he's talking about me.
Talking Jordan. No.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, Psychopaths. You heard of it? It's a terrific thing about a dystopian civilization that runs their criminal like society on something called what was it? Psychopaths?
You're the one.
You're the one telling us.
Well, sorry. A psychopath, and if it becomes clouded, they're immediately judged by fuck. What were they called?
Bro don't even know his own show.
Yeah, bro doesn't even know what he's talking
it's
about.
It's been a minute. But they're immediately judged by something called the Dominator. And what that is it's basically it's a whole like police system in a gun, and you scan it over a person, and if their hue's cloudy, they get stunned. But if it's just gone to like beet red, they get dominated. They get they explode because they're a threat to society.
Bro, that took like 2 minutes for you to say one thing.
Well, yeah. Fuck, I'm never good with words. And the last one is Kitaro Lives Alone. Kitaro Lives Alone is about this little boy who moves into an apartment by himself.
You would like that one, wouldn't you?
Shut up.
Beep.
Anyway.
Okay. You gotta keep that in. We can't keep that in. We can't do that. We can't say that.
Anyway. The whole anime is just about this little kid living alone. and he's obsessed with this like superhero TV show. So every time he sees somebody, he pulls out his little wooden sword and he just goes ham on their leg. It's great.
I don't even know if I have a top three, man. I've watched so much. It's all
Do you have a
blended
top
together.
one? At least top number one.
Oh no, I have contenders, but I would not even be able to like sort them into a top three. Because like yeah, we did the anime like tier list, but that did not include all the anime that I've ever watched. Because like I said, I watched over 100.
Do you
So, like,
have any like top three in no specific order?
in no specific order, yeah. So Demon Slayer is up there,
Uh-huh.
just again because like story is pretty like well done and animation is fucking insane. I get people are gonna hate me for this one, but slime anime because it has to be there. And when I say slime anime, I'm talking about Rimuru. I don't know the actual name of the show. That's how much. That's how much I like the show. I don't know the name of it, you know. But shit. I don't think I could choose another one to be honest. I think I only have two
Yo,
contenders.
good enough, honestly. What, did you guys hear about NyQuil chicken?
Shut the fuck up. NyQuil.
No, actually, I haven't. You should tell me more.
I know as a fact I've told you about it. But for the people at home, do not cook your chicken in NyQuil. Actually, no, do
Why?
it. Actually, do it. If you think it tastes good, do it. Yeah.
If you think it's a good idea and like that it's smart and funny and haha, you should do it. You should just do it. Get it over with.
I don't want to bring it back around to school subjects, but there's a story I want to talk about.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
I call it the story of the Great Snow War of 8th grade. Just from the name, I'm sure you can guess a little bit about what happens. But in middle school, before they actually banned like playing in the snow, basically, it might have been because of this story that they don't want us playing in the snow. But we were in grade 8. We made a snow fort, but it was like very bad. And the grade 6s and a few of the grade 7s also made a snow fort, and theirs was a little better. They actually we made a giant snowball that we carved into a chair, and then like a block of snow on the ground that was like a table or a footrest. So we had one thing, and they had like all the walls and shit, all the blocks put together. So we were like, what if we got their walls and put them on our fort? So that's what we did. We went up and started like taking their blocks, and they started getting absolutely furious with us, like to the point of like almost crying, a few of them. But we didn't care. We just kept taking.
Did not give a shit.
We didn't give a fuck. We just kept taking the snow blocks. And then eventually, this one kid got so heated that he went to go punch my friend Samson at the time. And this is when all hell broke loose. He went to punch my friend. My friend grabbed his fist mid-punch, put his fist to the ground, just said, "Calm down," and then all hell broke loose. Kids started like fighting and shit. Like, I was carrying a snow block at the time. Some kid like went up to try and like, I forget what he probably like, kicked my legs or some shit. And he missed, and I ended up just dropping like this fucking like 50-pound like snow block onto this kid's legs, pinned him to the ground. Like all hell broke loose. Kids were like crying. Like, it got bad. And we ended up destroying both forts, because after we started using their walls as they went to our fort and started like breaking the chairs and shit. And this led to like an assembly in the school. Like, they're like, "Hey, no more snow forts. You guys aren't allowed to do that anymore." So we didn't. But before like the assembly, we ended up just absolutely like destroying their fort. They destroyed ours. Kids like actually fist fighting. And yeah, middle school was fun.
I got so much shit for kids. So this asshole, it would remain anonymous, decided he's gonna make a Kool-Aid ice block. So everybody got mad at me for just sucking on this giant Kool-Aid ice ball. And they're just like, stop eating the wall. Sucking delinquent in elementary school. It's not even funny.
Yeah? You have any more
Yeah.
stories like last time?
Yeah, I was. So our previous host, Eden, unfortunately can't be with us. I was an entire racist to him when I first started at the elementary school.
Love how you admit this. Okay. Yeah, keep
Yeah.
going.
Yeah, I think I told you about this one where I just grabbed a whole. As soon as I saw him, I said, "Hey, can you make origami?" And Eden's just Eden was
Oh my
astonished.
god! Holy shit!
So I went to I think I went to the computer lab, grabbed a fuck ton of paper, and went back. I was like, making.
Okay. No, we need to explain. We need to explain one thing. Okay, Eden is very much an Asian Chinese, like Chinese descendant.
Long story short, he did make me a pretty bitch to train, and then I got to the principal's office,
For being
and they
racist.
had to explain to me why that was not okay. And I was in 2 kindergarten classes because one I failed miserably.
Yeah, you should
I
tell
know
us a
you-
story about why you think you failed. Because I remember you told me.
I'll brush over the first year of fucking kindergarten. I could not read any, like I said, I can't read social cues, so I started automatically cleaning up shit. And this teacher walks over to me, he's like, "Homie, the bell hasn't even rung yet." So I already knew I was in the wrong, but I didn't want to say I was wrong. So instead, she grabbed me by the shirt, like by the collar. I was just like, one, you shouldn't do that to a kid, and two, I'm gonna bite her fucking finger off. The strongest like bite force I can muster. I chowed down directly onto her fucking thumb, and she started bleeding all over the place.
Oh no!
Oh my god, dude.
You know that fight is like the
You
worst
should-
kind of get.
You know,
Yeah.
I feel like you shouldn't be admitting this.
Anyway.
This is a...
Anyway, you shouldn't. One, she was in the wrong. She shouldn't have had her fucking grabby little hands near my fucking neck collar.
I think it's the same logic that dogs use before they get put down.
Anyway. I had another incident back in. I haven't told you this one, Jordan, but I was reading this storybook, and trying to read it, and this girl was just like, "Hey, I want to read that," and I was like, "Can you fuck off?" And the whole room went silent because I don't think anybody knew how to swear or anything like that. I was fortunate to grow up with like Spice and Family Guy.
Fortunate
Of
enough.
course you were.
So I got sent to the principal's office once again, and they're like, "Can you explain what you said?" And I was like, "Okay, when a mommy and daddy love each other, and they get really, really
Okay.
drunk, that happened."
Okay.
And we clearly have to hold them back. And my parents were just like, "Yeah, you're probably right." And then I met Jordan. And,
Yeah, we went to the same
I didn't meet
preschool.
Jordan there. Yeah, you tell it.
It was a shitty place. There was like 3 guys in the class. I'll start off with that one. There were like 3 guys in the class total, and what the teacher would do was, because the guys were the minority, she would give the girls the jungle gym Monday through Thursday.
Oh my god.
But like, she didn't like section it in like groups of 3 or 4 girls. It was every girl had it Monday through Thursday, and then we would get it on Fridays.
So why couldn't you just all go on?
I don't know. And
Because
then
she didn't fucking like us.
yeah, so we would literally, while they were playing with the jungle gym, we got to play with poop sand. Like it was,
Sand?
there was like a sand pit, and like we were also allowed to just like throw water in it. So I think we just always poured in way too much water, and we played with poop sand the whole time.
Understandable.
That, or we would play Pajama Sam because we had a computer there.
Pajama Sam.
There was also a fucking there's a stall, a toilet stall just in the room, and so many kids had accidents, like so many, you could smell it.
Okay.
Fucking missed the toilet from a mile away.
I'm pretty sure you missed once and shit on someone's hand or something as they were
my
walking
God.
by.
I
I
did
think
not.
you told me. No, I
Fuck
thought you
you.
told me that.
No,
Okay, my bad.
I did my fair share of missing the toilet, but I never shat on somebody's hand. Man.
Listen, he'll admit to like doing some dog shit, but he will not admit to this.
Exactly. I even fucking admitted desecrating a child's grave. I mean,
I-
that's
You did
No,
not.
You haven't talked about
What?
this yet.
You can tell that
No,
later.
no,
I remember
no,
that story.
No, you can't. You can't hold off Tristan now from that one. I really do love that this man was admitted to desecrating a child's grave.
Okay.
And Tristan was just like, "Whoa."
You can tell that story. Make sure you. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, just
be as-
tell it.
Listen. Tell the story, but be as kind to yourself as you can. That's the way we'll
I
put
mean,
that.
I didn't think I was in the fucking wrong.
There we go. That's all we needed to hear. Okay,
Yeah,
go
that's
ahead.
how we need to go.
Tell the
Go
story.
ahead.
There we go.
Okay.
Now no holding back.
A few years ago.
This was years
Somebody's
ago.
coming.
What do you mean
Yeah,
a
this
few
was
years?
a bit more than a few years.
Yeah, anyway, a few years ago, way back, I say, still in elementary school.
Man says a few years ago.
Well, yeah, anyway, sorry. Elementary school, fucking better. Anyway, there was this giant news story and stuff about this mother committing infanticide. And for law people, if you don't know what infanticide is, that's basically killing your child.
I don't know why you have to explain this.
So what she did was, I don't know, there's some hormone in women that makes her like absolutely hate her kid after being born. And she killed 2 of her kids in a river. And then I think herself. But anyway, after that fiasco, everybody was leaving stuffed animals right by a stop sign to show, I guess, remembrance of what happened and homage to the kids. Me being my fucking dumb self, I went for a walk with a few of my friends, and I don't watch the news because personally it scares the fuck out of me, and I usually don't care what goes on in the world. So I was completely oblivious that this woman has committed like 3 cardinal sins.
3 cardinal sins. That's a way to put it.
Anyway, so there's just this massive collection of like kids' toys, and I was just like, dude, this is free stuff. So I started looting all the stuffed animals. Just in the bag, just grabbed my fucking pillowcase and started fucking looting them. I was just like, I'm gonna come back for more. Because I like collecting stuffed animals. Not now, obviously, but when I was a kid, I was just like, oh, dude, this is gonna be great. They're gonna be in my next fight arena. And
Somehow the backstory of them makes that sound so much worse than it is now.
No, it does. I know, right?
what?
The fight arena part.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you never said that bit before.
my stuffed animals. I was like, they're gonna be in an arena. But there was some fucking banger prizes. There is this giant SpongeBob.
Say prizes.
Don't say banger prices either.
Yeah, you keep,
No.
don't talk about
No,
that.
no. It's like
He's
Red
talking
River
about-
X
You
tier
can't say
prize.
that.
Talk about it's like
Okay,
fucking
anyway,
loot.
sorry.
It's like
sorry.
festival prices.
I guess some nosy bitch saw me.
Nosy, you can't call her
And-
You
nosy.
can't call her nosy when it's
Can't
all
call
your
her
fault.
nosy, dude.
And I dropped them off at home, and then long story short, this girl and a police officer showed up to my house, and they're like, "Hey, you need to give that back." And all I said was, "No, they're
Oh my
mine."
God.
And then he explained to me what happened, and then I happily gave them back.
No. You can't do that. You literally said to me once that you were still adamant on keeping them.
Yeah, you told me that
Well,
too.
yeah, it was still a bittersweet moment, but
No. You can't try to save face now. We've gotten this far.
Like, you've told
It
me
was
before that you, like, debated going back.
shut up! Don't fucking rat me out.
Bro, this is, like, years ago at this point. It's okay.
I still
It's
have
fine.
multiple things that I could be wanted for.
This isn't a crime.
This isn't a crime.
It's a
Yeah, I
confession.
know, but I still have like multiple things that could be wanted for. But
Tristan, have you ever
anyway,
desecrated a child's grave?
No,
Only because it's your mom.
no, I have not.
yeah,
I cannot say I have.
I think the first time I was ever in a graveyard, kind of off topic, but not really, was it was the first time me and my parents went to Minnesota for a trip, and there was a graveyard there for like a great grandmother, a great great aunt, or something like that, and like they were told to like clean around the grave, and I think I was there. I sat in the car for like 20 minutes because I was scared of graveyards, and then I walked out to see what my parents were doing, and I saw the grave. I'm pretty sure like I freaked out. I almost threw up, and then I sat down in front of the grave. I started pulling out like grass or something and just like letting it blow in the wind.
What the fuck?
oh, I got fun.
I went from being like terrified
Hard.
and almost puking to just like being philosophical.
I got a funny story about that. I got kicked out of a grave. Well, not a graveyard, but
I've
with a
never heard that.
We've never talked about this.
There's not much to talk about. It's not that big of a fucking deal.
Watch it be the biggest
Well,
fucking deal
you
ever.
must have done something
Okay,
to solicit.
so back when I was living on, well, I guess you can bleep it out, but it was.
Bower Street.
You don't know where the fuck that is.
I
'cause
do know
nobody-
where that is.
I know where that is too.
Well, anyway, I lived down there for quite a bit. That lunch. We had this church, and they did not like swearing whatsoever. And like I said,
Yeah.
background of Family Guy. So I mean, I was using my language enhancers quite frequently. So I don't know who passed away, but I didn't give a fuck at the time.
Okay.
We went to the reception, and we were standing in well, around the grave, obviously. And I could not stop stepping on the gravestones. They're like, "Fuck, sorry," and they're like, "Language. This is a sacred place." I was just like, "Fuck, sorry," and my brother's just like, "Dude, you need to calm down with the swears, and please stop stepping on this on gravestones. It's wrong." And it's like, well, they shouldn't be around here. There's so many slates.
I'm fucking walking here.
Where can
Who the
I walk?
Fuck,
Tell
put
me
these
where I can walk.
gravestones here while I walk.
Tell me where I can walk. This is like the worst. Like, I know there's some like pathways where you can take it, but this had no pathways. So I just so I just started like fucking walking across them, and then I got the fucking stink eye by a whole bunch of people there, and I guess this one girl was grieving, and I accidentally stepped on the headstone, and she got mad at me, and then she hit me with flowers. And then I was just like, "Hey, don't hit me with flowers." And at the time, I was like, I was 6, all right. and she hit me with a flower. She hit me with roses, and I was like, that cut me a little bit. I was pretty angry, so I pushed her, and then I got sent away.
Oh my god.
Sent away. Sent
I,
away.
I got sent away. I got locked out of the fucking grave part. And
So
I
she
was like,
gets banned
I
from
couldn't even mourn that guy properly. I can't even remember his name because I didn't really give a shit to begin
Banned
with.
from a graveyard.
Okay.
Braden's house is so
Damn it.
close to our old high school that when
How are you, you fuck?
what?
So are you. You're close.
Yeah, but my house isn't on the way to a convenience store that everyone went to at lunch.
Oh, no.
People on their way back to school would just like chuck their garbage into Braden's backyard.
Oh, it's not that story. All right.
Oh, what story did you think I was telling? You should tell it.
No, continue. It's fine.
I don't know that story, but
No, you do. I think it's just about him getting banned from that convenience
oh,
store. I think
we
that's
told
what
that in the
can put on
last
that.
episode. Anyways, no,
Yeah, right.
like people would just like when they finish eating like their McDonald's fries or like whatever drink they had from the convenience store, even if it wasn't finished, they just like whip it into his backyard. It was just the communal garbage dump. And I always felt so bad. I never threw shit in there, but I witnessed it.
That's so wrong. My fucking
didn't
dog was
stop
just
it.
eating it.
Oh no, not
That
Maggie.
explains a lot, actually.
Maybe it explains why Maggie's still alive somewhere.
Maybe that explains like how she's able to fucking chew through doors.
Maybe it explains how she survived 2 needles that were supposed to put her down.
What?
She did. That's exactly what
That's
happened.
literally what
Yes.
happened. They
She
put-
fought off 2 needles that were like pretty much measured to kill her, and she still lived on.
No, it's some crazy shit.
Anyway, yeah, it's communal garbage bin.
It's always so fucked to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Funny though.
It was kind of
Just
fun.
didn't know.
I would, as a side note, that I'm gonna cut out anyways. I would love to have Travis on the podcast at one point because I know he has some traumatizing hamster stories that I would love for him to tell.
Oh yeah.
My stepmom murdered our hamsters.
What?
Yeah. Okay, continue.
Okay, now we need to hear this. That was a
Oh,
good
that-
segue. Good accidental segue.
Okay, so this is back when I lived with my mom, so I only came to my dad's
Yeah,
on the weekends.
yeah,
So
I believe that. I believe you.
this story was mainly told to me by my brother, and my stepmom actually admitted it, like basically. So what happened was my stepmom is extremely afraid of mice and rats, and we had hamsters, which she just saw as rats.
They pretty much are.
We got them, but we wouldn't take care of them, so she had to, and she's like just petrified of them. So she ended up one day like they were like, this part's where it gets foggy. I don't actually know what happened, but from what I've been told, they were really loud at one night, and she ended up just like murdering them.
Oh my god, dude! Holy shit!
We were like, what? Like, we
Discriminating your mother, dude.
we still bring it up. We're still like, oh, you murdered our hamsters. You murdered our hamsters. And like all the time, she'd be like, no, I didn't. You're lying. Don't say that. But at one time, we were like, oh yeah, coming from the person who murdered our hamsters, and she just said, they are glorified rats. They shouldn't.
I had 2 hamsters, and they
Wait.
both died in very unfortunate manners.
Have you heard of like hamsters like shitting themselves to death?
Yeah, hamsters die in the most
Oh,
like
yeah.
extreme ways.
Oh, like it's so common for them to have heart attacks just because like
It's like they fart and
especially-
they have a heart attack.
especially like when you have like a really young kid involved, just because like the kid overwhelms them a lot of the time.
I remember one time I had a fish growing up for like 3 days. Yeah, literally
Yeah,
like
that's
3 days. And
Somebody dropped a Sharpie in my fish
I
tank
mean,
and
I'm
killed all of them.
if I remember correctly, I think my parents had me feed it, and I most definitely overfed it. And so like one day I came home from school, and no fish in my room. Fish tank was gone, and my mom, I'm pretty sure, swears this never happened, but they oh no, that's a different story I'm thinking of where they swear it never happened. But I'll tell that one right after. The fish tank was gone from my room, and I'm like, "Where's my fish?" And my mom's like, "Look in the oven." And I look in there, and we were having fish for dinner. And I was like,
God.
"What?" Even though like
Yeah.
the fish, like it was just fish sticks, and they were like way bigger than my fish even was. Like,
I believe she did that.
I do too, actually.
and I was like,
Yeah.
my fish, and like I like ran into like the bathroom and like sat in there for like 2 minutes and walked out and ate fish.
I can definitely see her having the biggest shit-eating grin too.
So talking about that, there was one time my mom had a dog named Brandy. Brandy was a bitch.
Female dog.
Yeah,
She's Brandy, so she drank the dog.
she bit me like at least 10 times. She hated me. She only loved my mom. But
And your mom only loved her.
she had 2 batches of puppies, and there was one time like 2 of the puppies died in the batch.
Okay.
And it was definitely just from like natural stuff, like not being like fed or being like the runt of the litter or whatever. But
Yeah.
and my mom still denies saying this, but on like my life, on anything, me and my brother asked like how'd they die, and my mom was like, it was because you guys were running up and down the hallway all the time, and you guys like scared them. It gave them a heart attack. And we're like, what? And like she scarred us with that, but she refuses to admit that she said that now. I told her that the other day, and she's like, "There's no way I would have said that to you." And I was like, "Yeah, you did."
No, she would have. She would have.
Yeah.
She 100% would have.
Yeah. So I killed 2 dogs, apparently 2 puppies, apparently.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. And my mom made me eat my own fish.
Perfect.
I had a fish. Somebody dropped a Sharpie in the fucking water and it killed him. I think there's 12 fish in there. I was very sad about that. I lost 2 hamsters. One I let out of his cage and it got hit by a car. I don't know how that.
What?
And it was by my fucking friend that was there for a playdate immediately after.
Okay.
So he's like, "Hey, sorry for killing your hamster." And then the other one, I let out of the cage again, and we moved away, and I forgot to put him back in the cage.
Oh my god. Okay.
So he just died in the house alone.
That's fucking
Poor little
sad.
bastard. Yeah. Very unfortunate timing for that little guy.
Can you call it unfortunate timing? Can you just call it like neglect?
Yeah, negligence.
What do you want from me? I was like fucking 4.5. I mean, hamsters die. They're gonna die regardless. Fuck.
Come on.
Everything dies. Everything
Sound like
dies regardless.
Yeah, again, this is just dog logic again, bro.
Like, I don't know what you wanted me to say. Sorry, I forgot to fucking put you in the
I want you
cage
to.
again,
I
bud.
want you to actually start a fund. You're starting a fund for hamsters.
Why the fuck would I ever do that?
To be honest, they're just glorified rats.
They
They
are
are,
rats.
guys.
Glorified
Be real.
rats. They should be pets anyways.
Dude, I'm just lying on the floor, just listening to my white noise machine, which are you guys.
Wow, do you pay us?
No.
How much did we cost?
Honestly, this is like a side gig, so I'd say like 20 cents an hour.
What is
Not
just
even
our-
that, bro.
I don't know, we supply some good commentary for him. We're interactive too, so like we actually have different dialogue options.
Bauer, I want you to pay me $300.
You know what? Just for that, I'm leaving and turning on like a water tap or something. That'd be my
Oh.
way.